Hi everyone, it's Isabel. Welcome to my channel. Today I am participating in Scrap-lift Crafternoon with several other lovely ladies, and we are scrap lifting Sarah Millerhouse. It's a beautiful layout, you guys. She has hexagons, so I brought in my waffle flower steel craft die, and I'm just gonna figure out which size I want and get these 5 different cardstocks cut out. Now the picture that I'm using, I had just scrapped this photo individually of my daughter for Easter. As I said, I was walking my brother and my daughter around the neighborhood, and we were taking pictures for Easter to do a little project for my grandmother. And this is one I had taken a stool out and got on the stool and took a picture of them on the grass playing around. So I thought that in order to stick with the color palette, I was either leaning towards using the green and blue or go with the beige tones. And because Sarah uses the darker tone and kind of goes up lighter, you know, like the yellow and the orange, I am going to start with the blue, move into the papaya, and then the distress. And I think I'm going to work in an angle going up, just getting from dark to light. Now, I know that the papaya is close to my heart and it's not a distressed ink, so it's not going to have the water. The water won't lift it. It may if I gesso my paper, but I don't think I'm going to gesso. I think I'll be okay just because that color will be in the center, and I think these and the hexagons are pretty much going to cover most of it up. So at least the top and the bottom will have the water distress. I picked these 5 different cardstocks that I'm going to use just because I think they fairly match well with this photo, and they all came out of this book, the DCWV Arcadia that I got at Joann's. It's a really nice premium stack, but I'm only going to use 5 papers out of it. Actually, I might go in to use some cut-aparts for embellishment. I just haven't decided on what embellishments I'm going to use when I get to that portion of this layout. Now, to start, I'm just going to go ahead and do all of my die cutting off camera, get all my hexagons cut out, and then I will be back to get ready to play with some mixed media. Okay, you guys, so I got the hexagons cut out. At first, I did 3 inches, and they appeared to be a little bit too big, so I had to go back and get them cut down to 2.5 inches, and these ones fit better on the page. I did lay them out the way that I thought that I would. I was kind of going for a pattern of peach, blue, green, peach, blue, green, and I kind of just wanted to see, 1, how many I needed, and 2, where they were going to sit so that I can get working on the mixed media. For the mixed media, I'm going to start with the Mermaid Lagoon and Distress Oxide on the bottom, and then it'll move into the papaya in the center from close to my heart, and then move into the Distress Oxide in the Dried Mary. Now, once I get the inks down, Sarah did do some glitter paste and some water splashes to lift up the ink. I'm going to do the water splashes to lift up the ink. Now, I didn't think that it was going to work on the close to my heart ink, but because I didn't let it sit too long and it wasn't completely dried, it did lift up just like it would have on the Distress Oxide. So I was really happy with the fact that that worked. And then I don't have any glitter paste, so what I decided to do was bring in my textured paste, and I don't have it in transparent. I have it in the white matte, so I'm going to mix it with some folk art glitter acrylic gray paint, and it's going to change it a little gray. Hardly noticeable, but it'll be a little gray, and then it'll have some glitter in it. I thought that I could get away with doing it that way because my brother has gray stripes in his shirt, and it did. It actually allowed me to be able to add just a little bit more gray and silver in the layout, but I was really happy with how that part turned out. So I got the hexagons all distressed, and then I got them on the layout where I wanted them to sit. It's literally in the same design that Sarah has on her layout. And she has her photos. She has the 2 photos, but I wanted to just use this one. I figure with her 2 together, it does look sort of like a 4x6. So my photo is just printed out in a 4x6. I still backed it with a thin layer of white first, just like she did, and then another layer of a shiny silver cardstock. Now the gray cardstock or the silver cardstock, I'm going to distress that one as well. And then I'm going to use some Fun Foam to lift it before adhering it to the layout. But I'm not going to do any gluing because I'm not sure how I want to juggle everything until the end of my process. So my title is going to read Fun Times. And this title I purchased from Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I thought also that I would use some shapes that it came with, but I end up going against it. It does leave my layout later on. The frames that I bring in, they are a really old collection from my daughter's old scrapbook kit. I just happened to keep some of the embellishments she had since she was getting rid of it a while back. I do bring in some wood embellishments, but all the wood embellishments that I bring in end up leaving the page as well. And I replace them with other items like the banner, the wood banner that I have. It actually gets replaced by a sticker from a Recollections pad, and I back it with another Arcadia sheet and get that laid out in the same area that this banner is in. Now, the wood underneath the title, it leaves all together because I still do the flowers that Sarah has in her layout pretty much in exactly the same way. The only thing is I think she cut hers out from a collection that she had. I'm going to stamp mine with the Close to My Heart Lagoon and Papaya, and then the Distress Oxide in the Mermaid Lagoon. I'm going to do multiple flowers. Unfortunately, I wasn't paying attention to where I was stamping, and most of the stamping that I do is off camera. So I'm going to let you see this little piece that I have right here. I basically stamped the lagoon, and it had a lot of white space, and I wasn't liking it. But then I started to realize that it actually gives the flower a little bit of detail to leave the white space, because I'm going to stamp it again with the detail of the actual flower. And so once I get them all done, I fussy cut them out, and this is what they look like. I was really happy with the turnout. I actually have been buying a lot of flower stamps, but I haven't really used them. And I think I'm going to start using them more often because I love how they turned out. I'm going to basically mimic the pattern that Sarah has on her layout. And then I'm going to come back with a die set that I purchased on Amazon and get the leaves that I'm going to use cut out with my Big Shot and kind of just place the leaves and stems among the florals so that I can have a place for the smaller flowers to sit on. Once I get that done, I'm going to come in and start putting down embellishments where Sarah has embellishments on her layout. She does have a word phrase that's up here in the top left-hand corner. I find one that says best ever, and it came out of the 49 and Market Spectrum Sherbert collection. Not only did that come out of there, but the hearts that I replaced the wood hearts with, they also came out of the same collection. And then I'm going to remove the wood banner and replace it with a Recollections banner as I believe I mentioned, and back that with the cardstock. Now, Sarah on her layout has a circle embellishment on the bottom corner of her son's photo. I did find a Park Lane circle embellishment that says blessed. I'm going to stick that in the same general area. And this is me pretty much getting to the end of the layout. I did find in that Recollections pad that I pulled the new banner that I'm going to use off of. I found a small butterfly that matched the greenish teal color that I have on my layout. And instead of sewing the butterfly's path, I'm going to outline it with the dashes with a fine pen. So once I do that, you guys, that is what the layout is going to look like. It's just a matter of me going back in and getting, getting the leaves, because you guys haven't seen me do the leaves yet. But I do die cut them off camera, and then I come back in and I stick them strategically in the areas that I want them in. But you will see how that comes together. If you guys have time, do check out Sarah Millerhouse's YouTube channel. She has a wonderful collection of beautiful work that she has done. We had only chose one. It was really fun to recreate her layout in my own style of colors and photos. And I don't know, you guys. I think I did a really good job. I am really happy with it. It was quite a journey trying to get from point A to B, but I did it, you guys, and I absolutely adore this layout. So, also, I am not the only one that's scrap lifting today. There are a couple of other lovely ladies that are joining in, or I have joined in this scrap lift. Do check them out. If you go to my description box, you guys, you will have a link to Sarah Millerhouse's YouTube channel where you can catch a lot of her other layouts, and this one in particular as well. And then you can also hop along with the other ladies that are also scrap lifting this and see what they were able to come up with. I cannot wait to see what everybody created, but it is going to have to wait because I am on my way out for a nice little vacation at Pismo Beach. Unfortunately, my family is already there, but I am meeting them tomorrow and I am excited. So I will be back on Monday or Tuesday with another layout for you guys. I am going to take a little bit of time away. This one will post, obviously you're seeing it on Sunday, so technically it's only a day away. I'll see you guys tomorrow or Tuesday with another layout. Take care and have a wonderful day. Bye.